What? What is this? For what? Why?
Hello everyone, my name is the Fidget Cube and welcome back to World of Slow. Sped up, this is the Lowe Tier 8 German premium heavy tank that has been in the game for ages. It is known as that heavy tank that people buy and play terrible because they buy it when they have 5 games played and think, I want to play higher tier, I want to play tier 8, that's the best way to do it. And the Lowe was always that tank that now has the reputation that it is played incredibly bad. But Wargaming gave it a buff a couple of patches ago, I believe, and now it's pretty decent. Upper plate is really good, lower plate is sometimes kind of troll. The turret is pretty much impenetrable unless you can hit the cupola. Played by Ulewapper Extreme from the AWF clan. Now, Ulewapper is a Dutch word, so I just assume that this guy is probably Dutch as well, so all I have to say is, hey, good guy. There's always been one flaw with the Lowe. Even though it has been buffed, its armor's been getting better, its gun handling has improved a bit as well. It has no engine power to dream of. It is slow. Get it? Low, slow. Yeah, there's a reason it has the name Slow. It doesn't do anything fast. It takes its sweet little time from reload to actually arriving at a certain area to fight. So what are exactly the advantages of the Lowe if it isn't fast and it has not the best DPM? This tank has an amazing front plate actually, 150mm at quite a slope, giving it, if you straight on shoot it, effective armor of 225mm, which is pretty much the penetration an IS-3 has. So an IS-3, if you have it front on, he cannot pen you unless he has an incredibly high penetration roll. Get the Lowe hull down, there's no way anyone can pen you. The turret armor combined with the very strong mantlet and the fact that your cupola will be hidden, you will do heavy tank 15 if people are stupid enough to keep shooting at you and not fire high explosive. Hell, you might even do heavy tank 12, which is for some reason the more difficult one of the 2 heavy tank missions. Block 3 times your HP and do 3k damage for the 260. Block 3 times your HP! Probably get the defender for that. But if you have a hold on Lowe, I know that Goldrist did it because I believe a Yak Tiger 88 was stupid enough to keep shooting at him even though he was hull down. The Lowe of course has 10 degrees of gun depression, so you can easily hide that cupola, but the thing about the Lowe is it has 38 degrees of gun elevation. If you are playing on mines and there's someone above you on the hill, you can shoot him by just pointing your gun up. It's amazing. I've been caught out by that a lot of times because not a lot of tanks have very good gun elevation except for the Lowe. That tank can pretty much just shoot on top of every mountain and every hill if someone is on top of there. Downside of the Lowe is, again, it doesn't have premium matchmaking. It says tier 10s because it has a somewhat slow reload, relatively okay penetration for a tier 8 heavy tank at 234. That's higher than the IS-3, that's higher than the Tiger II. It's a bit lower than the T-34, but the T-34 has higher alpha 400 compared to the 320 that the Lowe has. And of course, because it's a premium tank, it makes credits and trains crews, for example your Maus or E100 or VK7201 or Panzerkampfwagen 7, or if you don't have one of those, E75, VK, you know the drill. I can remember the first time seeing a Lowe in World of Tanks. I just started playing, this was back in 2011. I had the Panzer 38NA with the dream of ever getting the Maus, which eventually came out this year. And of course I was a tier 4 light tank. Matchmaking was pretty damn mean back then. There was +3 and for light tanks +4. That was after the +4 matchmaking was removed from most tanks. So I could meet in my VK 3001P that I later got, I could meet IS-4s which were still tier 9. I had fun. But no, I was playing my Panzer 38NA, it was on cliff and I spawned next to a Lowe. And I looked at the gun of that tank, just the barrel, and I was like, that barrel is longer than my entire tank. And I could not stop looking at it. I was like, I want to get a tank like this. How do I get it? And then I saw it was a premium and I was like, no. Of course, eventually I now have pretty much every available tier 10 German heavy tank, the Maus, the E100 and the Panzerkampfwagen 7. But I still remember the first time seeing the Lowe and just the immense size of its barrel and just how big the tank was compared to my little dinky toy of a tank. I also can remember the first time seeing an E100. I have to admit, I was playing with a friend and we did not hold on to the rules He was playing his SU-8, which was a... What was it back then? A tier 6? I think it was a tier 6. And matchmaking had trouble finding a match for us. As in, we were playing quite late at night. I was playing my Hetzer, tier 4, in a platoon with a tier 6 RT. We got into a tier 10 game. I was standing next to an E100 in my Hetzer. I was tiny. I was completely useless. And all I did that entire game was just compare how small and fragile I was next to that behemoth of a block of metal slowly trundling forwards. And the more I played World of Tanks, the more you see those big tanks. I got used to seeing IS-7, IS-40, 100, Maus. That feeling of awe when you see a new tank on the battlefield that you have no clue how to get, and you know you're gonna have to put effort into it, wanting to get that tank, is just gone. I haven't had that feeling of, oh my god, that's amazing, in World of Tanks in about 4 years now. I have seen every single tier 10 tank. I've fought with pretty much every single tier 10 tank because of the test servers. I know what every tier 10 tank can do because that's what happens when you learn how to play World of Tanks. You learn about them so you can defeat it. In a way, I'm kind of sad that I still play World of Tanks, because that feeling when you start playing a game and the oh my god, that's so cool factor is just long gone by now. Holy shit! You know what I just realized? Next week, exactly next week this time this video comes out, which is 12 PM CEST, basically Amsterdam or Berlin time, depending on where you are, France, 11 AM London time, I will be at the airport going to England to Tankfest. I just realized Tankfest is only 1 week away now. Why am I going on the Thursday? Because then on the Friday, we can go to Monkey World and do other stuff related to not World of Tanks. And then on the Saturday and Sunday, there's Tankfest itself, and I see all the people and see all the tanks. Just realized that. Oh god, I can't remember when Tankfest was still a month away. I can't remember Tankfest still being 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Time really flies sometimes. Like, I've not really been paying attention to anything in my life at the moment. It's just sort of passing by, and I've just been making videos and stuff, and every day is kind of a blur. But now I just suddenly realized that literally Tankfest is 1 week away. I have to prepare. Speaking of which, Tankfest vlog. Last year I used a lot of music. This year I plan on using a lot of music again, but haven't really been finding good music I can use. So if you guys can recommend me music that would fit in a vlog about either traveling, of course tanks, behind the scenes things of Tankfest itself and YouTubers. It has to be royalty free, otherwise the YouTube copyright strike monsters will come and flag this channel and you know, stab me with pitchforks, I don't know. Recommend me music that you think would fit in a vlog about tanks and travel and people. Just, you know, whatever. Really good shit. And after that, of course, summer holidays. I don't have a holiday planned with friends or family, so I'll just be home. I'll just be at home. Sometimes gone in the evenings, probably hanging out with friends. I've been kind of ramping up the YouTubing I've done. For example, this week on Monday there was the stream highlights, which is an irregular series. The Tuesday marking mission, which at this point I'm not sure if it will be a regular series because of reasons. I'm not that close on many tanks on the mark, so I'm gonna have to play more World of Tanks, and I still don't really enjoy playing World of Tanks more than 2 hours at a time at most. Then on the Thursday I have this regular video, which can also be a Strongholds video. Then on the Saturday I have something new coming up, a different game, not World of Tanks. That's going to be 1 time a week, about, I think, 40 to 50 minute episodes of a certain game, basically a playthrough. And on Sunday I have the news that I've been doing for 41, 42 weeks now, so that's cool. That's 5 videos a week now. Okay, 4 if you don't count the stream highlights. That's 4 videos a week. I started doing this just the Thursday video, and the Thursday video would take me like 20 hours to make because I was a perfectionist. Now I do 4 videos. That's the cool thing of gaining experience with things. Editing is becoming easier and faster. I'm more confident with talking. Everything is going a lot faster now. So I have more confidence in YouTubing as well, and I want to ramp up the video production and just spread out a bit. I want to not step away from World of Tanks, but do things on the side of World of Tanks. Not make this a just World of Tanks channel anymore. And then of course you have M4Real also uploading a video every 3 months or so. So basically, I want to make more YouTube videos. The Thursday videos are going to be a bit shorter as well. What I used to do for a long time is make 2 games, about 20-minute video on the Thursday, about 15 to 20 minutes. I want to put that down a bit to just 1 long game. Unless it's 2 short games, of course, that will also be a possibility. I'm not sure if I do play more Strongholds, then the Stronghold videos might have its own day. So instead of the Thursday being either a Stronghold/Clan Wars video, it will be probably either the Wednesday or the Friday will be a Clan Wars Stronghold video, and then the Thursday will remain this type of video where I literally just talk about random stuff and shit. The Thursday has almost become my Mingles with Jingles, right? Literally talk random stuff for about 10 to 15 minutes. And that's, in my opinion, fine, because you guys seem to like it. Otherwise, the subscriber count would not keep going up like it is now. With, of course, Tankfest being 1 week away and the current subscriber count being 1933, it would be my incredibly awesome dream to have 2K subscribers before Tankfest. That would be amazing. Probably not going to happen, but god dolly Josh, would that be that